recent rumblings connecting the Heat and Donovan Mitchell. It seems like any star who's available, the Heat are involved. And then when it comes time, the Heat don't get it done.
Yeah.
Should, like, Miami Heat fans just kind of come to terms, like, it's just not going to happen. Maybe they don't have the assets to really make these big trades, and especially with Hero playing well this year. Maybe this is our big three. Or is this the time? Is this finally time? Maybe they're the surprise dark horse, and they finally do make a big move.
Well, if anything would make GMs around the league hesitant to make a deal for Miami Heat's young up-and-coming players, the Gabe Vincent story in Lakerland would probably be a cautionary tale. Wasn't good when he was healthy. Now he isn't healthy, and so there is this feeling around the league that you go and get the young guys from Miami. Yeah. They're not the same when they play someplace else. The Portland fans are still kicking themselves that they didn't do the Damian Lillard thing because they could have gotten Jamie Yaquez and a couple of pieces down there that are looking so good for Miami now. Those young guys, in comparison to what Portland has. Yeah. But I don't know that he would be that guy. Their player development is second to none, and so what I'm impressed by with the Heat is just they seem to be doing it again. They did it with Max Strus. They did it with Gabe Vincent. Their ability to find young guys and develop them. And I'm sorry, with Yaquez, I'm trying to remember. Does he pronounce his first name? He doesn't pronounce it. He pronounces it Jamie, right? He doesn't pronounce it.
I think so.
Jaime.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
I always listen. I listen to games with the sound down, so I don't with the broadcasters off. So there's every now and then there's a new name that comes by, and I'm like, you know what? I'm saying this on air for the first time, and I've never heard it said. So there's that, and I'm not really sure what the love affair with Donovan Mitchell is, to be honest with you. I think he's a very good player. I don't think he's a great. I think he's a little bit like Bradley Beal, really good player, scorer. Heard he's a great guy, but how close has he got to playing for a championship?
Exactly. Very
when
true.
did Bradley
Second
Beal
round and out.
Okay, you can get me to the playoffs. Good players can get teams to playoffs, but what else can you? And did it Russell Westbrook was a big part of Bradley Beal getting Bradley Beal's always had a second star, really quality second star there. Made the playoffs, didn't do much more than that. Donovan Mitchell kind of same thing. Most people look at what happened in Utah and they credit Rudy Gobert as being that guy that gets you to the playoffs. Maybe he doesn't do anything more than that, but as a regular season guy, he's the guy that makes your team a 50-win team. So it's hard for me to look at Donovan, and New York Knicks fans are all over we got to get Donovan Mitchell. If we could get Donovan Mitchell. I'm like, where's Cleveland right now? Relying on Donovan Mitchell. Yeah. I mean, and they've had some other losses, but I'm not one of those. And for where I am and what I do now, it's not like I'm out there beating the bushes to find out who's going to be traded where. It's I'm looking at the league and going, what interests me the most? What player would change the landscape of the league or a certain situation? And I'll explore that. I'll try to find that out. I'm not I never wanted to be Woj or Shams, and I certainly don't have no interest. That just seems like the most thankless job in the world. Hammering agents and GMs to find out whether they're gonna move their G League player and whatever. So.